Hello everyone, it's me Vinod. Today I'm going to talk about the presentations on the digital forensic investigation report, which is on the topic of the cyber attack on financial institution. Uh, let's begin. At first, data breach occurred on the 2020, 2013, which was one of the biggest attack in the history of retail. More than 110 million customer personal data and financial information was stolen by hackers. Attackers get access through or third-party vendors and install POS malware. Hackers get the information of customer credit and debit card, which was used during through or payment process by company. And on the investigation plan, at first I am going to about the talking about the objectives, which is to identify the attack vector and the timeline, to collect the data and preserve digital evidence during investigation, use use cryptographic hashes for the validation of the data to determine the attacker's actions and examine the network that was attacked and collect the data for the legal action. Evidence collection and preservation. Sources of evidence. Point of sale machines, payment process servers, access vendor from VPN logs, the sample of malware which was discovered in POS terminals, the memory that was dumped from the compromised system, and evidence preservation. Affected systems should be isolated by capturing RAM, created forensic disk images while writing blockers and maintain chain of custody. I'm going to next topic. Uh, Has algorithm and data validation. Has algorithm SHA 2256 primary, which is used to secure and collision resistant. MD5 secondary, which is very fast and widely supported in forensic tools. Data validation. For the data validations, as we have to create SHA-256 and MD5 password after scanning. Verify the hashes that matches during transfer. Encrypt each files that are important before and after examination. Document the hash information in the legal manners. And on the tools and evidence analysis, forensic tools, autopsy in case for the which is used for the file system analysis, and FTK imager for the which is used for the disk and memory acquisition, volatile volatility for the RAM forensic. Wireshark is used for the network packet analysis and Winix for the hex level inspection. Evidence analysis by identifying the malware, by creating timeline, by constructing the attacker's pathway and the detections of lateral movement and data exfiltration. And at the I'm going to in the slide 7, hyper, hypervisors or OS and precaution. At first, I'm going to talk about the hypervisors. Type 2 hypervisors. It is the hosted hypervisor which runs on the host operating system, which provides virtual services and installs applications on the host OS. It is used for isolated air-gapped malware testing and support safe snapshots and rollback operating system. uh, Windows XP POS and Windows Server and Linux payment system. Kali Linux SNAS shipped for the attackers to simulate and forensic analysis. Precaution run a malware only in an isolated and non-routable lab without access a computer network, and restore it via snapshot after each test. And at last, maintain chain of custody and obtain legal approvals for sensitive analysis. Additional resources. Cyber threat intelligence, which helps to identify the indicators of compromise and morphing adversely behavior by using their knowledge and skills. And network engineers identify traffic flows, isolating compromised network segments, and essential for register and logs configuration captures. Malware reserve engineers to analyze malicious software and identify their function. Then they help to develop the defense systems against it. Legal expert to maintain in work in a legal way, and legal experts are needed. This incident response system. For the immediate incident response and guide containment, there should be incident response system and financial fraud analysis. In this case, we got a report of financial fraud. That's why it's needed. And external partners, just like a third party forensic firms, law enforcement, and payment card investigator. And at the murder and the attack CV analysis. CV is 2013-0343 IP version 6 related Linux kernel, which is not directly used in data breach. It shows the kernel flaws, which enables reconnaissance in poorly configured network. A meter attack and mapping. It was attackers access through a vendor credential and phishing. For the execution, POS malware was installed. Schedule attacks by creating malware, internal pivoting by lateral movement, and exfiltration data sent to external FTP server. Finding and conclusion. Finding. Initial access was prevented due to weak vendor security, poor network segment to enable lateral movement. SIM alert were ignored for a long time. Malware could have been detected only through endpoint monitoring. Conclusion. The targeted breach could be protected from attack if proper incident response and proper network segmentation and reflect the players in governance monitoring and operational discipline rather than the advanced capability. Improved segments, stronger vendor controls, and multi-factor authentications could have prevented or made limited the breach. Thank you.